Y'all, on a boat. Oh, Lord, it is bright out there. Whew. I was watching one of my favorite comedians, of which I have many, Drew Lynch, Short King. And he was talking about how a tall man, I hope I didn't show boobies right there. I'm trying not to offend the public. And he was talking. He was talking about being short. And he's 5'4", and I think he has a little resentment. I don't blame him. You know, uh, I'm not short, but I have other problems, so that he do not have. So I don't even care. So, anyways, okay. What do we have the right angle here? What the hell is that? Um, let's talk about when you carry your lady. Okay, if you want to hear more, what is up with that green dot? If you want to hear more, give the like button a green dot. I don't know what you do in green dot, but I ain't doing nothing bad except talking smack. So, anyways, um, he was saying he was joking about tall people or people taller than him, stuff like that, which I am. That is enough. Have respect. I'm not as funny as him. That's for damn sure. And that man has confidence. Ooh, that man will engage the crowd, and he will just. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how he does it up in there. But he was talking about, you gonna pick up your lady, all right? Because he was saying, I envy guys because he's 5'4", and his lady friend or his wife is taller than him, and um, he was like, I envy that, they can pick up their lady, but me, not so much. All right, so check this out. Check this out. I was so dumb. Okay, when I used to be strong, like I worked out to I would listen to Prince and work out in the church and stuff like that because we had weight lifts in the church, and it was Cabazon. It was Cabazon. The air conditioning was what's it called, a swamp cooler. There's a reason it's called a swamp cooler. And oh, better get some Dragon Z right here. Oh, oh. Ooh, that is warm. Anyways, so I had lady friends that I could pick up and stuff like that, just for fun. And then I was in my 30s and I was dating a lady friend. And okay, so I'm 5'10", or I was. I don't know what I am now. And she was 6 foot tall. She said she was 5'11". I said, no, you 6 foot. She said, okay, I lied. And real pretty girl. We're still friends, of course, because how you how you gonna stop being friends with a lady? So it was about 2010, I want to say. We was dating and stuff like that, as you do. And she come over, and it was twilight. So you see the sun sitting down on animals coming out and all this different stuff, and it gets you. And we had food, and it gets you excited. So I said, hey, I want to pick you up. This woman leapt, I tell you, into my arms. And I was not that tall wrestler, dude. I was not. I was 30 years old now. I was no longer 19 years old with firm muscle mass. Core, my core. Oh, I'm so strong. Nope. Nope. Reality came home. And she jumped up in my arms. And I was like, whoa. And that poor girl, I had to protect her. I didn't want her getting hurt. But I knew instantly. I knew. I had failed that mission. And so I said, I'm so sorry, girl. And she had fallen on the grass. And then I had fallen on the grass kind of on top of her. I said, you want to just like kind of like cuddle in the grass or something? Son. I mean, she was very understanding. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. There was a sunset over there. Okay, so it was romantical, if you know what I'm saying. Shoot. Well, I think the main thing is like, I ain't gonna do not go into details. But we made a fine night of it. That said, she never jumped into my arms again. And she was tall, but she wasn't like a big girl and nothing like that. Girl was fine, I tell you. And so we're still friends. That's how your boy JB do. No, I'm not. Am I okay, I'm bragging. I think it's important, to stay friends with your lady friends that you might have had some intimacy. Might have been real fun. But then they're like, kind of gonna move on. And you're like,